Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8 to 5, and 8 to 5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go. I copied a while ago, 1 Charlie transmission that my can use November, go. 1 Charlie, and 8 to 5, this is 7 November, Charlie. Now 1 Charlie, 7 November, go.
This is 1 Charlie, reference to your last, you're Brandon 158 into 5 5 1200 between teams, that's local. Also request your unit take inbound message to see if we can try to get Whiskey 9 and 8 for pause to the playground.
And this is 7 November, Roger, stand by.
Got that.
Got it? Alright. And all units, this is 7 November Golf. My unit Alpha, Echo, X-ray Alpha, Alpha in there.
One Charlie, Alpha Bravo.
Yeah, I never took a dip.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
This is Whiskey 9 to go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Whiskey 9, Yankee, 7 November Golf, over.
This is Whiskey 9 to go.
Whiskey 9, 7 November, interrogative Alpha Bravo. Negative Alpha Bravo. And this is 7 November Golf. Roger, request you check your Romeo side. I'll go ahead and check my Tango side. 7 November Golf out. November 8 to 5, and 8 to 5, 7 November, say again. 7 November, go.
All right, welcome to another live stream on the TheCivDiv. The first 30 minutes, as always, is going to be members only. All right, if you are a member, be sure to download Discord. We have member only. It's essentially a live Q&A 24/7. Okay, get the link to your account here. Nuclear Chicken is the mod. Hello, thank you for joining, Nuke. He's a mod on Discord. He will help you start to finish linking those accounts. Right, that's what he does. And we already have a new member, Legend Moore. Thank you very much. And first 30 minutes will be members only. All right. Ask questions. Usually we reach the 30-minute mark. If not, I'll open up the chat to everyone a little earlier. So give some people some time to get on. Shane Adams, 1. Thank you very much for being a member. I appreciate that. Says, let's go. All right. Let it go. I've been watching a lot of Frozen lately with my daughters, and so Let It Go, Love's an Open Door. I got all those things in my head. All right, Jay Sweep says, thanks for doing this live. It's been a minute since you've been or done one like this. I can't stay for long, but I'll catch you on the rest of the recording. Yeah, man. So not to give too much information, but if you looked at my recent videos, you would know that I wasn't always in my studio. This should not be there. That's a keyboard. I wasn't always in my studio because I had some personal matters going on at the hospital. So I haven't been able to do a live Q&A. I need to be doing these, multiple times a week, to be honest with you. All right. But thank you for being a member, Jay Sweep. I appreciate that. Kevin McDonald, again, thank you for being a member for real. Okay. Members of the lifeline of the channel. It says, hello, I have an effective date question. Filed ITF 9/22, so it's September 22. You filed your claim on April of 23, received decision in July of 23. Didn't agree with the percentage, filed HLR, decision, filed supplemental, Filed supplemental 824. I'm going to assume you have more to, there it is. Okay. Granted increase 1224, but effective date is 824. Yep. Okay. Lots of dates here. So effective date is 824, which is in April of 24, which is when you filed your supplemental claim. Okay. So I'm going to give you an answer that I don't think you're going to like. What it sounds like, and I'm going to give you two answers. Okay. What it sounds like is the supplemental claim, you had new and relevant evidence. So the VA didn't really make a mistake there. And so they have what's called facts found. And so with these new facts found, they awarded you the appropriate effective date. That's the assumption here on August 24. Okay. Now, if that's not the case, and what I would still recommend you do is just do a higher level review on this claim right here, the effective date, and explain exactly what you have here. Okay. It's impossible for me to give you a straight answer without looking at VBMS myself in your file. I can't do that, obviously. I'm just a guy in his basement. That's what it sounds like. Okay. So one or two things is true. Either there was facts found and the VA did what they were supposed to do, which is not the answer you want. I get that. Or, and don't put this past the VA, or the VA made another effective date mistake, and bada bing, bada boom, your effective date of 8/24, which I assume is going to be a higher rating for the same condition, is what? About a 4-month difference there, right? So depending on that rating, 4 months of 90 to 100% is a lot of money, right? So it's definitely worth it. We're talking like 10 to 20%. Yeah, I would still do the higher level review though. Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Sandy, bro. Thank you for being a member. It says, hey guys, I'm a year and 4 months out. Got some disability, but afraid of poking the bear. What's the advice you have for filing additional claims, improving the existing, or still are bothersome? Okay, I'm going to assume you're a reservist because you're rated right now, okay? Or a guard, reserve or guard. The Marine Corps doesn't have a guard, so I just kind of say rope it all into one. Because you said that you're already rated filing additional claims. That's the assumption. Don't poking the bear. Listen, I don't want to say this, and I'm not attacking anyone, but poking the bear is stupid. Okay, that whole saying, it dissuades veterans from filing their VA claim. Example A right here. Okay, poking the bear is stupid. You have your protections in place. The 5-year being static, 10-year being your connection protection, 20-year being your rating protection, and then 55-year rules essentially being static. 55-year, 5-year, same. Okay. So nothing's really truly protected until you're at 20 years. And so with that logic, poking the bear is for everyone submitting any claim ever, which is dumb, right? And so should you poke the bear? I wouldn't even say that phrase. I want the community just to erase that from our minds. But yeah, you should absolutely submit your evidence-based claims, and whatever conditions that you have, right? If they've gotten worse, get evidence and show they've gotten worse. If they've maintained themselves, go speak to your healthcare team and talk about how these conditions are still there, right? Let's say you have mental health rated at 50%, and that's your rating that you don't want to poke the bear of over here. You want to submit for a back condition, right? You submitting for your back has nothing to do with this rating over here. Nothing at all. The VA is not, putting on their glasses and being like, well, let me go look at Sandy Bro's claim situation. Oop, denied. Oop, reduce. That's not how the process works, okay? So poking the bear is a dumb phrase. Yes, I said it. All right, Mark Simonson says, Jay and Clay, you two were a great help in getting me from 80 to 100% and even getting my 4-year appeal with the BVA granted. I bet that back pay was beautiful, man. I hope you do something good with that money, okay? Get out of debt, live debt-free, do all those things, maybe buy a home, I don't know. Really set you and your family up for success. But 4 years of back pay, that's got to be a decent chunk of change. But Mark, thank you very much for being a member. I appreciate that. And congrats to you on your 100%. Okay. And with the BVA grant, that's pretty big, dude. All right. Shane says, my brother just sent that DBQ to my shrink that you suggested on the Discord. I'm glad you brought that up because that's something I just sent you that. Let me see the timestamp on that. Ask your questions. Oh, what's the timestamp on this? How do you see that? Oh, 3:03. So 38 minutes ago. Okay. And then boom, there we go. So members have that access to, it's essentially a Q&A 24/7. Now I've been absent the past couple of weeks because I've been in the hospital, but I'm now caught up. Good, dude. Okay. I'm at 30% for mental health for insomnia, but he diagnosed me with anxiety. Could that look like an increase? Yes, you could do one of two things or both. Submit the increase, go that route. Submit anxiety, go that route. Either or is fine. Okay. I would just do the increase personally on this one. Yeah. All right. We have a new member, Rebecca Sanford. I know you've been in and out as a member many, many times. You should stay this time. Okay. We love you. We like you here. I see all your comments. Don't worry. I appreciate that. Okay. Mr. J says, my stepdad is a Vietnam vet. Well, tell your stepdad I said, welcome home. Okay. My mom had siblings and believed has had combat PTSD. My mom and siblings have believed he has had combat PTSD for years, but always refused to go to anyone or submit compensation. Is it even worth it at this point? Yes. 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 When we talk about time gaps, there are a few claims that are easy with time gaps. Time gaps generally suck, right? Like if you hurt your back in 1984, you have nothing, then you go get a current diagnosis and submit a back claim. That sucks. For claims like PTSD and looking at the in-service stressor, the continuity of symptoms is kind of relaxed and is generally speaking easier to fill that gap with statements, police reports of aggravated assault. I mean, things of that nature, right? I mean, that's obviously a little extreme, but seriously, anything that points to PTSD, especially combat related, that's going to be an easy claim. And I'm saying that tongue in cheek. Okay. But yeah, Mr. J, absolutely submit that claim for sure. Okay. For sure. Oh, we lost our spot. Hold on. We don't even have that many chats and I already lost my spot. Okay. Kevin says, one issue was initial claim CMP examiner misrepresented my symptoms. Yeah. So that would be, do the HLR for sure, right? There's so many factors involved. The HLR for the effective date would be the best course of action, which the VA gets wrong all the time. Probably the number one thing they get wrong all the time, okay? The most. Hi, Clay. Should I wait for PTSD discussion before going forward with VetCom? Thanks for all you do and help me with the issues. I don't know what PTSD discussion you're asking about. And I don't really know your situation. I'm going to make some assumptions to give you an answer. I assume this means you're not diagnosed with PTSD. Okay. I also assume that you have documented in-server stressor events. Now, with PTSD diagnosed from wherever, doesn't matter. The VA is going to do what the VA is going to do with this claim because that's the process for PTSD claims, right? Not to get too M21 TAC 1 deep into it, but they have its own process and the VA is going to verify the diagnosis, if you will. So yeah, if you have the in-service stressors, which I assume you do, I would go forward with it. Okay. I would absolutely go forward with that. That does not mean stop whatever healthcare treatment or evidence gathering you're on. Still do that, but go forth with it. Submit the claim, however you want to submit that claim. And yeah, that's what I would do. Right? PTSD is a different type of beast than your average claim. No, I was active. I'm out now. Okay, let me go back to what you said here just to make sure I don't misinterpret anything. Oh, a year and 4 months out, meaning you've been out for a year and 4 months. Okay, I got it the other way. Yeah, same thing stands, dude. Same thing stands. You're a year and 4 months out. Submit your evidence-based claims. Do not worry about poking the bear. That is stupid. Okay, that phrase is stupid. Nuclear Chicken says, when doing a new mental health claim for depression and anxiety, is it better to apply for a claim for depression and anxiety, or is it better to use a generic term if generic in suggestions? 6 one way, half a dozen the other. You know, if you have a formal diagnosis like the ICD code and everything, International Classification for Diseases of Major Depressive Disorder, then you can submit that, right? If you just say mental health, that's it, mental health, the VA will do VA things. They're going to figure it out, okay? The only time I would recommend to be specific about your claim is for things that are a different beast, so to speak. So like PTSD. If you're claiming combat-related PTSD, then I would claim that versus just mental health, right? Now, if you did claim mental health and you were still wanting combat PTSD, the VA is still going to do VA things and still going to put you on the right track. So 6 one way, half a dozen the other. What would I do personally is just mental health, right? Even if I had the ICD codes for MDD and GAD, I would still do mental health, upload my evidence, and just let the VA do VA things. Right? So great. Had to rejoin. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. You always comment and watch every video, so you would definitely earn your stay here. All right, Legend Moore. Want to apply for IU, but I don't have. But I don't know if it will slow down my current increase claim. In bad shape financially because I'm a truck driver. That is now flagged for sleep apnea. Thank you. Yeah, dude. If you want to listen, submit for IU. Okay, gather your evidence. Submit every claim you can possibly think of, in addition with your TDIU claim, and go for it. Okay. It's not going to delay your increase at all, right? Just submit the claim. Yep, Rebecca, what's up? King says, if my service records has notes like sleep disturbances in multiple instances, would that be enough to file for sleep apnea direct as service instead of claiming it as secondary to MH? How old are the records we're talking about, right? If we're talking like 10 years ago, no, and then when were you diagnosed with sleep apnea, right? So how long have you been out? When is your diagnosis for sleep apnea? What's that time gap look like? When it says sleep disturbances, right? Who wrote that note? What kind of other symptoms were you experiencing or documented, like snoring, fatigue, right? Versus, well, I can't sleep. One's insomnia, one's indicative of sleep apnea. Okay, so this is I have tons of questions before I can give you an answer. Now I'm going to give you an answer. And what I would do personally is probably go secondary. The VA is going to look at both secondary and direct. I would also include a personal statement on that saying pretty much what you say here, right? Saying, hey, in my service records, I have documented incidents of sleep disturbances on date time. Okay. I also believe that my mental health and stress, anxiety, whatever it is you got going on, has led to my sleep apnea, right? Or aggravation of my sleep apnea. That's what I would do. Submit it as secondary. The VA will look at both secondary and direct. T. Sween, thank you very much. I retired 31 October 2025, 180 days out. BDDs 1 May. Any advice? Dude, I got you. You are in the right place. Hold on. No, let me get rid of this. Okay. So this is a YouTube channel. We don't want that. We want to go to CivDivOnline.com. I'll link this for you in the comments or in the chat, whatever that looks like. You can click more up here. Can you see that? More. You're going to go to BDD Claims Active Duty. And this is your 4-step process here with some notes, okay? Do not overcomplicate it. BDDs are stupid easy. There's 4 steps right there. You can look at that. Make a list of everything you've seen for, what you were not seen for, put those lists together. That's it, okay? It's that simple. You're going to need a separation health assessment or a final fit physical. You're already tracking on the 180 days out. This video right here is the master condition list. A lot of veterans don't know what they can claim in the first place. That video will go through all of that, looking at from top of your head down to your toe there. We have this beautiful spreadsheet, which I totally need to make this in Excel. I just forgot about it. I'm home now. I have my external hard drive. I'll do that at some point. I'll link this for you in the chat though. And that's pretty, I mean, that's, if you're asking me what you need to do, that's what you need to do. Okay. Watch that video. Read those bullet points. That's it. BDD claims are stupid easy. Stupid easy. Alrighty. Okay. But thank you very much. Oh, not Derp. Who are you at? T Swing. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Derp, a moderator here on our YouTube Live. Welcome back. Hello. Yes, all of that. And Derp, again, thank you very much. Definitely no need to do that. I appreciate it. Okay. Mark Boothman says, can you explain this? Filed for TDIU, COPD denied. 2 months later, signed 30%. Lawyer told me due to the IU. Do you have any idea what this would mean? It makes me think of another respiratory condition, maybe asthma at 30%. I'm not sure. That's my initial thought, just looking at this. But how that's worded is weird because it's not really due to the IU. So were you service connected for TDIU? It doesn't seem like it. If you were, then who cares, right? If not, you got a 30% rating for some respiratory condition, right? I'm curious as to what the answers are to those questions. Okay, what are we almost at the 30-minute mark? All right, we'll open this up here in a second. Still waiting on my May 14th claim. Why is it taking so long? Yeah, no one can answer timeline questions. I'm sorry, dude. That's not the answer you want, but that's the answer you got. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open this up since we are at the bottom of the chats here. Once I figure out how to do that. Oh, okay. It's going to take forever to load, of course. Okay, anyone can comment, save. All right. That should be open. Can we get someone to type down below? Someone who's not a member. It should have worked. Hopefully it worked. We'll see. Okay. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Jill. All right, Shane Adams. If you get rated at 100, how do you go about having your wife connected for Champ VA? Yeah, you have to simply apply for Champ VA, right? There is a form though. Let me just Google it real quick. Champ VA benefits. I'll link this below for you. Oh, let me share my screen. Boom. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Eligibility. You'll see the application right there. Apply. But I'll link that in the chat for you. Right down here. Boom. Oh, I totally didn't put that BDD thing in there, did I? What a dummy. Okay, sorry, dude. Let me do that right now. At least I don't think I did. All right. Bam. Okay, we're back. We're rolling. All right, Gil Jimenez says, why would a medical opinion be requested? Every single claim needs a nexus. That's what the medical opinion is, okay? Every single one needs a nexus. Even if it's presumptive, the presumption is the nexus is conceded. So that is the nexus, right? That's what a medical opinion is. The VA is going to award CMP exam for that. I mean, have a CMP examiner do that for you. All right, first donation of the day. Well, I guess not really because we had T Swing and Deep. But here we have Gerald Davis. Thanks, dude. I definitely appreciate that. It says, hello from Hawaii. Aloha. I received a VA letter dated December 1st stating the president signed a ratings review, and if warranted, back pay will be awarded. I'm at 90% with a claim awaiting decision. I don't know what your question is. I'm going to imply what your question is. The VA, so when the VA catches their own mistakes, and that's what this sounds like, they will issue all kinds of things, okay? And so what sounds like, same thing happened to me. The VA caught a mistake. It was about 1.5 years of back pay, which was beautiful, okay? But yeah, if you are eligible for back pay due to a mistake, the VA is essentially just going to give that to you. That's what it sounds like. I don't know what your question is, though. But yeah, and that includes what your effective date of your increase would be, right? So if you're 100% effective January of this year, you would get the back pay for the whole time. First for 90 and then for 100. Okay. I assume that's what your question is. All right. Is bruxism and TMJ one claim or two different conditions? They are two different conditions, but the VA is going to put them bad boys together. Okay. Just like you have mental health over here, you have like dental over here. Same. All right. Thank you very much down below. Yep. Thank you. You too. All right. All right. Derek Steele says, thank you, Jason and KMD, for all your help. What's the next collab with all of you guys? I don't know about all of us, but I actually just emailed Dwayne a couple hours ago saying, hey, I've been busy at the hospital. Let's do a live Q&A. And he hasn't emailed me back yet. Okay, so we'll see. But Jason and I do on Veterans Daily, okay? Veterans Daily, we do stuff all the time. Right here. Bang. Psh, 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 psh. This is both of us, see? Okay. Dirt Road Dreamers says VA diagnosed migraines. Nexus letter from PA stating secondary to mental health tinnitus. PA said at least as likely as not. Medical records, prescription, personal statement, all supportive. Okay. Oh, here we go. I had a 4-minute ACE and was denied based on something I did not say. How do I bring that up in HLR? Yeah, so I assume you had the higher level review with the informal conference. You just state it, saying, hey, this is why I was denied. I never said that. Now, I'm curious, as there are some other factors you need to be aware of, right? I'm glad you looked at migraine secondary to mental health and tinnitus. Mental health it's a stronger connection, okay, versus tinnitus, believe it or not. That part's good. You know, something like, let's say your physician assistants, your PA, didn't review all the relevant medical records, but this ACE examiner did. That would suck, and that would not be in your favor, right? But if it is truly the ACE examiner was dog baloney, HLR or the informal conference, and just stating it, saying, hey, they said this, I did not say that, blah, 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 blah. And your evidence will support that, okay? All right, Eliza Frias says, thank you for what you do. I hope everything's okay. Everything's all right. Everything's okay. We are one day at a time type. Maybe someday I'll share. Who knows? Was an effective date announced for sleep apnea and tinnitus changes? No, but you bet your bottom dollar once that date is announced, YouTube will explode. Okay, that I guarantee you. By the way, I'm at 94%. Oh, man, especially, so you only need one more claim? One more 10% rating will do it. Yep. Hello, all. I just received 100% yesterday. Congrats to you, dude. I hope this channel was a part of that. All right. I have a friend who joined the Navy, and in boot camp, he had a few anxiety and depression instances. Now he has a claim for MH and is waiting. Okay. All righty then. Do you think that veterans need to organize a peaceful march on Washington if the next... Man, I guess if I make videos like that, I should expect comments that are political in nature. My fault. No, I don't. Okay. You're never going to see me advocate for that, dude. Catch me in a lawsuit. Yeah, right. No. No, I do think I would like to see veterans be more active in their communities. Okay. I can tell you, listen, I do not tell people something I don't do myself. I'm very active in my local community. Very, very active. I think veterans need to be active in their local community. I think veterans need to be more active into just have contact with their representative. Okay. For instance, we see the Senator Elizabeth Dole Act. 9 Republicans voted no. Everyone else voted yes, except for those who abstained. I would ask those 9, why'd you vote no? Straight up. You know, I would like to see more involvement in that. Now, obviously, that's 9 Republicans said no. That goes both ways. Okay, I don't care one way or the other. I would like to see veterans be more active in that. But as far as marching on Washington, ain't gonna hear that from me, big dog. Even for an increase. Let me hold on. I need to go back and look at your previous comment. No, not if you're looking for a medical. Okay, let me show everyone your comment so that way some context is there. So why would a medical opinion be requested? It's for service connection. If you already have service connection, there's no medical opinion requested for the increase. Right? Not based on in-service event or the current diagnosis. All right. Jay Dilly, hold on. Oh, I'm 6 months in. Champ VA still waiting. Said almost 6 a year. Yeah, about 6 to 9 months is the going rate here. And we have another donation from... Oh, why can't it? So stupid. Okay. From Terry Klein. Thank you very much. Seriously, dude. Thank you. What's good, Clay? Sitting at 93%. Oh, man. So close, yet so far away. September 9th, HLR revealed 4 duty to assist errors. Today, told in decision phase, but with secondary action sent to national queue. Last viewed yesterday. What the heck is a secondary action? It's just a VA. It means many things, okay? There's quality assurance checks. All types of things need to happen. All right. As far as national queue, it goes to the national queue. Then it gets pushed out to an RO. They're going to make the decision. So you're looking at your claims moving through the process. Should be soon. Soon is a relative word. Okay. But man, 93%, you're about to be at 100. I will say this for those on the live Q&A. I've been doing one-on-ones again. Okay. You'll see that information in the Discord. That link is pinned in the comment, I think. Did I pin it? Hold on. I don't even know if I did or didn't. But join the Discord. Even if you're not a member, you can still join the Discord. Okay? And yes, I did pin it. The Discord link's up there. Anyways, I've been doing one-on-ones, so if that's something you'd be interested in, hit me up. Okay. Where are we at? Where are we at here? Jason Tate. Can you still put in a Nexus letter to a claim that you already filed last week? You can, and I would recommend you do that sooner rather than later. I wouldn't recommend it at all because I would prefer you just do everything up front, but that ship has sailed. If you submitted a claim, yes, you can submit whatever you want up into the decision. I definitely don't recommend anything after the CMP exam, okay? But you want to get that in as fast as possible. Make sure the VA has it. And bring your Nexus letter to your CMP exam. I would assume the examiner's not going to have it. 3,000 degrees says emoji CivDiv. Word. I can't really see what emoji that is. I think it's a salute. Yep, no worries. Ronald Riley says, I have multiple claims. Should I do them separately or all together? All together, submit every claim you want possible. Get evidence with those claims. Submit your evidence-based claims. There is no reason. This was back in the day. This is some 2019 VA Claims Insider jargon, okay? Submit all your claims all at once, all with evidence. That's it. That's the answer, okay? Whoa, my eye's twitching. Okay. Some of the ways to prove economic inadaptability if unemployed. I mean, well, you're unemployed. So migraines has a specific piece for TDIU. It says an M21 Tech 1 reference for it. I totally forgot what it is. But migraines at 50% by itself can rate TDIU, and that would be an example of that. Okay, that is economic inadaptability. Food for thought. There's a company. I don't get anything for this, okay? Let me get this company name right. There's a company that's prescription that has contracts with the VA for migraines. What you have to do is request this treatment. For those of you who don't want to take mass amounts of medication, like sumatriptan will not knock me out. But there is a company that does that. They have contracted with the VA. It's free of charge. I'm going to give you the company name, and so you can request that. But it's essentially migraine treatment. Gamma Core. No, I get absolutely nothing for that at all. In fact, I'm just going to go Googling real quick. Oh, look, it's me watching me. Okay. I'm going to Google this real quick. We're just doing whatever. We're going to do it live. Gamma Core migraine treatment. Anyways, this is free for veterans. For veterans in the VA. Okay. Migraine treatment. You can get this from the VA. Man, I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. This is why we don't do this live. Non-invasive handheld medical therapy. Boom. I think that's it. Yes. Boom. Look at that. You can get this from the VA for free. I get nothing for this, by the way. It's just, here it is. So that's something that you could absolutely talk to your provider about. I'm probably going to talk about it myself because I'm not a big medication fan. It just randomly popped up in my head. Here we go. Okay, back to answering questions. All right, Sergeant King says, Clay, what's the proper term for being misdiagnosed for PTSD in an earlier claim? I mean, if you're misdiagnosed, you're misdiagnosed. Right? And a claim perspective, this question is just weird. So whatever mental health condition you are diagnosed for, definitely submit that. There's potential for a Q there. I don't mark my words on that. Something's up with this. I don't know what it is. I definitely need more context. Okay. I'll get to that donation here in a second. Let me just pin that. Okay. 463 Ed. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Assuming you're a guy. Just got to 50%. That's good. Okay. That means healthcare is free. Denied for 2 other claims. 1 pending. What's your thoughts on getting radiation and toxic exposure rating for former nuclear weapon technicians to get 100% presumptive. Not presumptive because it requires an opinion. That's the difference between Terra and presumptive. Losing my hair over here. But so not presumptive, 1. 2, what is so radiation exposure, toxic exposure isn't a diagnosis, right? So got it. You're exposed, clearly being a nuclear weapons technician, that you're exposed. Okay, well, what condition do you have? You got an arm growing out of your head. I'm jokingly saying that, right? But that's a condition. So what diagnosed condition do you have? And then does that stem from this exposure? That's question 1. You got to answer that before you can even think about ratings. Answer that, get the diagnosis, and then start working that claim. All right, and Terry Klein, again, you don't have to do that. Okay, but thank you. Our one-on-one was a big help almost a year ago, and it's worth it. People do it. I hope you're. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for saying that. I hope you're right on soon, but it's relative, and I'm hoping before April. Oh yeah, I get it. Yes, I'm doing one-on-ones again. So if you want one, the information in the Discord. Okay. All right, let's get back to TNF here. It says start at 30%. Okay, cool beans. I don't know what you're talking about. Pete Daniel says, hey, Clay, question. I hope I have an answer. I applied for IU for anxiety and hearing loss. Claim moved to step 3, then next day back to step 2. Yeah, I already know what the question is. Any thoughts on why? Nope. It's just I wish the VA would just stop giving updates to the claim process because it makes no sense. Okay. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, all the way to 8, going back down to 2, going up to 4, going to 5. It's all over the place. There's no timelines associated with it. It's literally useless information. I can't answer that. I would actually recommend veterans don't check the status of their claim. Right? Submit your evidence-based claim. Prepare for the CMP exam. After that, forget about it. Your life will be a lot better. Okay, ACE denied migraines with current diagnosis, DBQ, and Nexus. What do I do next? Higher level review with an informal conference is what you do. Does it tie to go to the veteran? Submit another Nexus to make my case stronger. Looking at Equipose, the answer is yes. Looking at the VA's ability to follow their own rules, that's not as concrete, right? Hello, Supreme Court. That's the why it's there in the first place. So we'll have to see. But the answer to your question is yes. Higher level review, informal conference. Be ready to speak on the big 3. Okay. What's your evidence and why is this connected? For sure. Okay. Mr. Mont says, I am service connected for PTSD as of 4/24. I've been using Migraine Buddy to track migraines for almost a year. Should I go to my PC to get diagnosed? Yes. And a Nexus, if they'll do it, or just submit a claim for migraines. You absolutely, okay. Let me say it like this. You should have been speaking with your primary care about your migraines about a year ago, right? When you say almost a year. So that relationship should have been continuous. I'm going to assume it's not. So now you have this moment where you can get actual diagnosed and talk about your migraines. The answer is yes. Okay. Absolutely. Make sure you do that. And while you're at it, maybe you ask them about Gamma Core. I want someone to seriously tell me, for real, I'm not joking. If you've used this product, you can talk to your primary care. They'll give it to you for free. I want a veteran review on this specifically. So maybe while you're there, Mr. Mont, you can do me a solid and ask for this Gamma Core. Okay, I'm actually going to pin this in the comments if I haven't already, because I'm looking at treatment for myself as well. Okay, boom. Any thoughts on, oh, we already answered that. Okay. Already had CMP exam, but no medical opinion attached. Okay. All right. So he doesn't have any outside doctor notes or visits. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so the dude who's in the Navy who has mental health issues doesn't have any outside doctor notes or visits. All right, only in boot camp. I mean, there's an elephant in the room here, obviously, right? But focusing on evidence, there's documented in-service events from boot camp. Okay, how long ago was that? What was life like from boot camp to right now? We're talking 20 years and his life is fine. Claim's going to be denied every single day of the week. Okay. So there's a few factors involved there. But looking at evidence, he has the in-service event. We don't know the timeline established here. And we don't know if he has a current diagnosis. All right. Derp, yeah, yep. Thank you, Derp. Appreciate that. SMCK, how to apply for it. You just submit for the SMC, whatever it is. Let's say you're missing a kidney or you have erectile dysfunction. You would just submit for erectile dysfunction, right? Or kidney condition, missing kidney, whatever that looks like. The VA will do VA things on the SMC side of the house. All right. And 57 years old, was recently approved at 70% for supplemental. How does 55-year rule work? I'm going to answer this. I'm also going to show you something. Okay. So let's go to the best mediocre channel you will ever see in your life here, called TheCivDiv. Okay. And you go to videos and you see protect your VA rating right here, members only. That will be posted. So members can watch that right now. That will be posted at, obviously I'm plugging myself here, so you got to give me a second. I'll answer your question. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay. Questions answered in there. Now I'm going to answer it here for you very shortly. 55-year rule isn't a protection. That's super commonly misunderstood. Okay. I'm going to say that again. 55 years old is not a protection, and neither is the 5-year rule. It's just static. It means your conditions aren't going to get better. The only protection rules, there's 2-year rules, and there's actually 3 protections. You have 10-year rule for service connection. You have 20-year rule for the percentage. And then there's another protection on 38 CFR VA SRD changes. Those are your protections, right? 5 years not one of them. 55-year, that took me a minute, is not one of them, right? But how does it come into play? You're going to be static for whatever conditions add up to 70%, right? So no future exams. Your body's not going to heal. You're old. Sorry. When I say you're old, I mean as deemed by the 55-year-old rule. Okay. Florida, I'll get to that. I know who you are just from that picture. Thank you very much. If you could see what I see on StreamYard for the donation, I can't see your name, but I see your picture. And I remember who you are. You've been a long-time viewer of the show. Thank you. I'll get to it in a second. I have to click over to see what your actual name is. I had my first intake appointment with primary care with a physician. Okay, this is good news. The PA told me she wrote my diagnosis in my chart, but she doesn't do Nexus letter. She said, go, yeah. Welcome to VA healthcare. Okay. Although they're they're not supposed to do Nexus letters. They're supposed to do DBQs. I would ask for the DBQ. But you have the diagnosis. I assume you want to submit the claim. I would personally go submit the claim. If you want a Nexus, you can use AME. All that's in the description. You can use Dr. Sharma. You can use Dr. Patel. All those are down below, depending on what condition and how fast you need it. Okay. All right. Secret sauce. I forgot your name. Okay. Clay, long time no see. Dude, what's up? Here's a small token of my gratitude. Your channel helped me get 100% PNT. And you're 100% PNT. Dude, Secret Sauce is seriously an OG. I remember when we first had Dr. Sharma on, like January of 23, I think. Secret Sauce was all up in those comments. So, dude, I'm glad to see you're rated at 100 PNT. And then we skipped one. I'm sorry. Easy Rollins said, I'm signed up with VetCom. Thanks. Awesome. And VetCom is another solid option. Definitely the cheapest VA claims company. And I'm going to speak on that because I've gotten so much flack, especially on LinkedIn, for supporting VetCom. And so I'm going to give you my 2 cents on VetCom, straight up live, no scripts, no filter, no anything. Live life here next. Yeah, so obviously I don't like claims companies, and you can see from my previous videos. However, I firmly believe and always stated that veterans should have a choice. So now you look at these huge claim sharks, right? Charging 6 times, 5 times the increase, which is upwards of like $8 grand, sometimes $15,000 for charging a veteran on their claim. I'm not down for that. Then I see this company, VetCom, that charges a one-time. There's also indications of fraud, and I really don't want to go down that road, but it's on future benefits. But then I see VetCom charging a one-time flat fee upfront, not on future benefits, completely takes fraud out of the question. They understand the 5-step process. I spoke to their claims director, and how I answered questions is how she answered questions, and I could see her thought processes, and I was like, yes, this is what I'm happy for, right? So it's super cheap. It's definitely undercutting that entire market. So yeah, I'm going to support VetCom. If you don't like it, so what? Okay. Anyways, get that off my chest a little bit. All right. I need someone to clip that one. Okay. Live life. I always see you in the comments. Thank you. Appreciate that. Do you need Nexus letter for ED? No, especially if you're talking about prescribed medication secondary. Yeah, I would not recommend a Nexus letter for ED secondary to mental health medication. Not even a little bit, okay? Super easy claim. All right, Nicholas Reed says, I'm waiting on an involuntarily separation date. I won't be able to use the BDD process. Yes, that's true. That sucks. I'm sorry. I have my medical records with diagnosis from 2010. Should I claim them? Absolutely. Okay. So although you can't use the BDD claim process because your EAS or ETS date is unknown, it's not the end of the world. The day you get out, you can submit all your claims the very next day. Make sure you still get a final physical. Okay. I don't know what situation you're in, whether it's an administrative, a legal, hardship discharge, right? Make sure you get a final physical. That's your last chance to document everything you possibly can. And then the day after you get out of the military, you can submit your claim as if it was a BDD. Is it a BDD? No, right? But you can still submit your claim. And yes, you want to submit everything. I don't care if you have a diagnosis going back to 1918. Submit the claim. All right. John McLean. What do you think about veterans and VSOs organizing a peaceful... Man, if the next presidential... Yeah, no. I mean, I answered this one prior, I think, and I think it was from you. The answer remains the same. You did make me laugh, though. I'll give you that one. Can you upgrade a 100% IU you currently have and be changed? You absolutely can. I wouldn't. You worded it weird. It's not upgrading your IU. You can submit for more claims and just be 100% PNT without IU. Okay, that's definitely possible. And you generally see IU being turned into, or TDIU being turned into IU PNT anyways. But the answer is yes, you can. I wouldn't say upgrade your IU. It doesn't work like that. It's just submitting more claims. All right. Could I file for chronic fatigue as a secondary to mental health due to the medication I'm on? You can. That is a stretch. Okay. But you can. You definitely need the evidence for that. Or should I just try to file a new claim for Lyme disease? Yeah, Lyme. Okay. A couple things here. Lyme disease isn't chronic fatigue. Now, chronic fatigue may be a part of it, just like chronic fatigue could be a part of mental health. Okay. if you can file for anything, especially Lyme disease, you need to submit that claim. Okay. You absolutely need to submit that claim. Chronic fatigue, Lyme disease, your butt hurts, whatever that looks like for you. If you have evidence-based claims, you need to submit the claim. That's really my answer here overall. Okay, let me make sure I didn't skip anyone. All right. I had a hernia operation at the VA. 3 years later, I'm so numb. 1151. Ooh, that's such a hard, man. 1150, like a tort claim. Okay, so if VA healthcare calls that, I want to know, what is your evidence post-surgery? Was this problem identified then, or was the problem identified 3 years later? Because 3 years later, you'd have a very bad argument. Okay, I doubt it would be connected. If it was identified then, and then you went to treatment and it still didn't get better, it got worse, and now you have this 3-year time span of gathered evidence from this procedure, then yes. Okay. Absolutely. I don't think that's the case based on how you worded this. And so if you're trying to pull something 3 years without evidence, that's going to be super hard, especially on an 1151. Have there been times a CMP examiner wasn't necessary and the claims process goes through and gets approved? Yes. Okay. I have, let me see if I can find this old one right here. Okay. Go to videos. It's an older video. I'm going to link it down below, but this person got their claim approved in, if my memory's right, I want to say 7 days, maybe 6 days. Man, I have too many. All right. His name's B-Buck, and he does Nexus letter giveaways all the time at least once a year on the channel. Oh my goodness. I updated all my thumbnails. Okay. It's here. Hold on. Nexus letter. Hold on. I said I'm going to do this for you, so I'm going to do it. I definitely made a mistake. Where is this Nexus letter at? I'm not going to be able to find it. That's so funny. I hate looking at myself. I can't find it, dude. I'm sorry. I wish I could. Man, that's why we don't change thumbnails. Okay, sorry, dude. Anyways, yes. The answer to your question is yes. Okay, it was wasted everyone's 5 minutes. I apologize for that. All right. I think I know the answer already, but here it goes. Part of my original post, if my BDD is 1 May, I'll likely miss out on the sleep apnea rating. Assuming that it goes into effect prior to 1 May, the answer is yes, you will. At that point, it doesn't matter. From Boston. What's up? From Boston. Okay. Sleep apnea secondary to asthma. Do you think I need a Nexus letter? No claim needs a Nexus letter. Okay. I mean, that's the answer, right? Would this, because remember, sleep apnea and asthma are roped together. So let's say you have 30% for asthma, 50% for sleep apnea. The 30% would go away and you would get 50%. doesn't go away. It just gets roped, gets pushed under the 50. With that said, if that 50 pushes your 90 to 100, all of a sudden next letter makes sense. Okay. If it doesn't, off the top, I'm going to say no. Right. In most cases like this, the answer is no. Okay. My state rep doesn't even respond. Yeah, it sucks. I actually just made, I'll show you this one. I just made a video about the American Legion, who I have to give a big shout out to. You'll see that Thursday right here. Okay. And it talks about VSOs and how good they are. That's funny you say that. We need the names of those 9. Yeah, I can, let's look at it real quick. Okay. Who voted no for Dole Act in House? You go to the tracker site here. Oh, that's not what I want to see. There's another one. Hold on. It's Congress.gov, I think, is the site that I like to use. Yes, this is the one. Okay, this is how you search up bills. All right, if you want to look up how to search up bills, this is your dummy tutorial on how to do that. Okay, so let's look at Elizabeth Dole. This is in the House. Latest action. So it passed the Senate. Okay, latest action. It passed the House. It passed the Senate. The president's going to sign. Okay, you can see that right there. Let's look at all actions. There we go. Roll call in the House. I think this is the one. Do you go ahead and click that? This is it. Okay. And then boom, you get this beautiful list right here. Remember, we're talking about HR. This is it. Okay. And you click all parties. Then you click all states, all votes, nay or no. This is not the right one. Because this is, what are we looking at? Hold on. Suspend rule. No. Elizabeth Dole Act. Okay. All actions. We have to find out where the role is. Oh my gosh, dude. This is why we don't do these when they're live. That's not the right one. Where's the original? To suspend rule, not that. Debate. No, no. Okay, whatever. I'm an idiot. That website is how to do it. I just can't look at it myself. Mother of poop. No, that's 14.5. All right, whatever. Sorry, guys, I suck. Do that site. You can see who voted yes, and you can see who voted no. I promise you can. I had that saved somewhere. Okay, that's not embarrassing at all. Okay. Hey, TheCivDiv transitioned out of the guard and looking back and getting into the reserves. Is my rating protected? It's not protected. Okay. 1, 2, can you serve and be PNT? Yes, as long as you qualify for service. That's it. Personally, I wouldn't if I were you, but you could. Okay, we'll probably do 10 more minutes of this. Okay. Why is there such a delay in claims? No one knows. No one knows. Phil Pagan, I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I can. Been waiting on a virtual hearing for sleep apnea. Been denied like 4 times, even with a Nexus and rebuttal letter. Yeah, it sucks. Sorry. There's no question there. Okay. Hello. I'm new to your channel. Welcome. Appreciate some guidance, particularly on my claims. Well, I do one-on-ones if you want to hit it up, right? Join the Discord. You can find all that information in there. You can just join, ask about it. Someone will send it to you. Still waiting to hear back on PTSD with MST. It's been over 2 months. Yep. Oh, you don't do Discord. Okay. You don't do Discord, but yet you want my help. But you don't do Discord. Okay. It's a really dumb statement. Okay. Wife got a 20% rise with one condition. They took back to look at it. Any experience and info on adding parents? Yeah. They have to be dependent on you. There's a whole VA parent. You can Google on va.gov. It goes through all the things you have to do for dependent parents, right? Looks at total income and then your support to them. Scrap Guy, what's up? Thank you for always commenting. Keep emailing my VSO to help me, but she never even responds. I educate her to do these secondary claims off the ratings I already have. Lucky for you. Lucky for you. This is what you need right here. Increases in secondaries. Share, copy, come over here. Bang. That's how you do it. Okay. Ooh, concise psych. Dr. Sharma is in the house. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to Dr. Sharma, I'm going to show you his channel real quick. Says, thanks, Clay, for everything you do. Dude, Dr. Sharma, day one partner. Listen, if I have to get rid of everyone I work with to keep Dr. Sharma, I will. Okay, he is the greatest of all time. Now, I'm going to show you his channel and link it down below because you should be subscribed to Dr. Sharma. He's awesome. Okay. Let's see. We go to your channel. Concise Psych. Look at this. The hidden behaviors that keep veterans stuck. The truth about VA disability compensation. Emotional energy. He's a psychiatrist, so it's going to be around veterans and psychiatry, right? Chronic pain leading to depression. Super common secondary here. I mean, everything. Dr. Sharma has a super underrated channel. Okay, he's working on his thumbnails. You can see that. All right, they're getting a little better, starting to pop a little bit. That war dog right there. Okay, but hey, absolutely, be sure to show him some love. It'd be funny if you commented on his videos and say TheCivDiv sent me. All right, but that's him. He's a good dude. He's a genuine good dude. Okay, Johnny Cool, what's up? Says, I was denied this year for an increase from 70 to 100 for mental health. Considering the new standards may go in place in April, when would you say to file my next increase? When were you denied going 70 to 100? What's your evidence that shows you're at 100%? Are you even working right now? That's going to be a factor, right? Money is important. There is the option of getting a DBQ from Dr. Sharma. Hello, going from 70 to 100. If he believes you're at 100, he'll do it. If he doesn't, he'll tell you why. I mean, there's just so many questions I have on this. I'm going to answer your question, though. The answer is, if you have the evidence, keep fighting for the increase with or without the changes. We don't know if it's going to be changed in April of 2025. It could be April of 2032, right? We don't know that for sure. So I wouldn't weight anything on that except for as a planning factor. And with you and mental health, I would just submit the evidence-based claim. Personally, that's what I would do. But thank you for donating. I appreciate that. Sam, thank you for being a member. Be sure to join the Discord. It's in the pinned comments. Click the link. Do all the things. We have moderators in there, some squad leaders to help you out. They'll do it. Okay? Thank you. And Angela, YouTube moderator, totally don't have to do this. Thank you very much, Angela. I appreciate that. My family appreciates that. I can tell you my wife really appreciates it. Okay? Especially this Christmas season. All right, we'll answer a few more questions, and then I've probably got to pop smoke. Hello, Brother Clay. I've reached out to you before and started to bother. I'm in desperate need of help. Not anything more than other vets. I know money's required for outside services. Yeah, man. I don't. I mean, just send me an email. I mean, you have the Discord link. You can hit me up in Discord. You can send me an email. Okay. I'm going to put my email down here below again. There's an apostrophe on it. That was a typo. Okay. But I already hit enter. Okay. I've added them on. And how long does it take for parents to dependent claim? Dude, forever. Right. I would, for dependent claims, calling the VA is actually the magic trick that will push that dependent claim, believe it or not. And if it's been a few months already, I would absolutely call the VA. I had to call the VA to get my wife added. Okay. And I got I've been postponing that. It was like 2 years of back pay. Seriously. For dependent, which is just stupid. Okay. I said that was weird. System crash and twitching eye. Yeah. Okay. My VSO said I can't claim migraine second to PTSD because I was previously denied for it as a standalone condition. That's not the full truth. What you said is true, but it's not the whole truth. Right? You can handle the truth. So when a claim is denied, for instance, you went migraines direct and it's denied, and now you want to go migraine secondary, you can do that, but you have to submit a supplemental claim. Even though it's secondary, even though it's a new claim, it's still been denied, and you have to submit a supplemental claim, which means you have to have new and relevant evidence as to why your migraines are connected to your PTSD. Not some study, not someone else's evidence. You need unique, personal, intimate evidence for your migraines and your PTSD and how they're connected. Okay. Meh. I like that name. Says had 3 CMP appointments within a few days. Results from all 3 uploaded within a week. Is there any way to get a copy of those DBQs? Yes, there are. There's 3 ways. You can talk to your VSO and hopefully they do it for you. They probably won't. You can call your regional office and hopefully they do it for you. They probably won't. Or you have to do a FOIA request and then you will get them. So those are 3 options. Okay. I'm going to hit up all the donations and the members, right? And then we're going to peace out. If I already have a house, can I use my VA home loan to buy another house? Yes, you can. Easy Rollins. Now, straight up, dude, way over my head. Okay. What I would like you to do is actually hit up David. He will help you through the whole process. He's an actual genuine dude. Okay. I'm going to link his YouTube channel for you. He has a Calendly link. You could seriously meet him this week or next week. Okay. This dude is always working. That's for you. Okay. Man, dude, these comments have been really, really good plugs today. All right. Okay, let me just make sure we hit the members and then we'll peace out, okay? So I highly recommend doing one-on-one with Clay. I've learned so much and feel confident submitting my claims. Listen, guys, I do not preface or pre-read any comments. I just throw them up there, okay? This is live. Thank you for that, Victor. I appreciate it. The process is full of nuances and we're lucky to have access to people like him. Dude, seriously, thank you. Okay. Let me just make sure we get all the members. Nuclear, the Discord moderator, the man. Okay, we got those two. Got to make sure members are taken care of. You feel me? The moderator, LG, my brother, a long time. LG also got 100% PNT. Congrats. Hope all is well with you and your family. I'm finally back in a good headspace after everything. Dude, definitely thinking about you. Good to see you're home and helping vets. Hey, praying for you, man, especially this holiday season. You know, with that loss, it's Christmas just ain't the same. Okay, let's look at Tom Bombadil. What's up? Have you seen Road to or War of Rohirrim? Because I did. I took my son to go see it. I didn't like, I'm not a big anime fan personally, but I still went and watched it anyways, just because it's Lord of the Rings. And I gotta say, dude, I loved it. I didn't dislike one thing about it. I wanted more from it, but it was good. It was good. Good Lord of the Rings film. Kevin McDonald, I see that donation. I'll get to it in a second. Another question, can the VA change your condition during claim? Yes, they can. It happens all the time. All the time. Yes. Yes, they can. Very, very common. Very, 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 very common. Okay. Peter Crescenti says at 80%, thanks for the channel. Filing sleep apnea secondary to PTSD. Got a DBQ from my doctor. Says I need a CPAP and struggle to keep it on. Thoughts on Nexus to make it a fully developed claim. So sleep apnea secondary PTSD, super commonly approved, super commonly denied, right? It's kind of 50-50 would be the best way to say it. And I hate saying that, but that's the answer. Should you get a Nexus? That I can't answer with this comment by itself. I want to know your factors, right? Like, are you 400 pounds? Because if you are, I'm going to say no, you shouldn't. Unless we're talking about obesity as an intermediate step, then all of a sudden the answer is yes, right? So you're looking at various factors. PTSD is a solid one, especially that stress and anxiety on your system could definitely obstruct your airway. I'm going to assume you were deployed to areas with heavy particulate matter in the air. It's another correlating factor. Gabapentin, another correlating factor, right? So the answer is maybe yes, maybe no. I can't really give you the full answer, right? With that one. But people do free consultations. You can go that route. Okay, I see all those donations. I'll get to them here in a second. What's the best path to get community care to get diagnosed for a condition as a veteran if my VA PCM won't diagnose? Yes, so referral. You need to use community care. You have to have a referral from your PCM, okay, your primary care. But if you have documented complaints and you're taking medication and you have what the VA would call SCT codes, okay? Secret sauce, I saw that. I'll get to it. For VA rating purposes, SCT codes, and that I actually do know where that's at. I'm going to link that for you. SCT codes are good enough for VA claim diagnosis. They're not a diagnosis. They're good enough. I want that to be very clear. What you need to know. Look at that beautiful playlist right here. Finding your diagnosis. We're going to click share. There it is. Bada bing, bada boom. and I'm going to post it in the comments. There you go. Okay. Ooh, a spicy clay. I like it. Nice. Okay. I don't know when you popped in, but that's funny. Okay. Let me go down and look at these donations. I think we had one more member chat. Did I miss it? No, we didn't. Okay. So we answered that one. Thank you. Killian, dude. Thank you. A member and a squad leader on the Discord. I appreciate that, man. Seriously. Secret Sauce says, please help us grow Dr. Sharma's channel, Concise Psych. He's helped so many veterans become properly rated. Please subscribe. Yeah, seriously. Dr. Sharma's channel, and I'll show it again because it's up here. Genuine dude. He absolutely deserves it. Watch his videos. Check him out. And if you like it, subscribe. Okay. Like, do all the things for him. Comment. It'd be funny if everyone comments that CivDiv sent me here. You know, just so he knows. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then the last one here, Lincona 123 says, if I'm taking medications for my PTSD, will that affect my rating? I'm still in service and hit BD this Thursday. Okay. I'm going to give you two answers. Does medication give you a lower rating? And the answer is generally yes, it does. The VA rates your symptoms once you're on medication. Hypertension is a great example of that. For mental health, which is extremely subjective, and medication doesn't cure, it just kind of subsidizes, right? Or suppresses would probably be a better word. If you rate 50%, you're going to get 50%. Okay. If you're on medication for hardcore suicidal ideations and you're extremely irritable and you have all these things going on, you're going to get 70%. And so the answer is yes, but mental health is such a different type of animal. I would say the answer is no. Technically, the answer is yes, but the answer is no. I hope that makes sense. Okay. All right, and RB the baller. Can my migraines be secondary to neck pain? Yes, it's actually it's. If I was to tier migraine secondary connections, you know, number one would be cervical conditions, right? Especially severe cervical conditions. Number two would be like PTSD, anxiety, stress-related conditions that are like constant, okay? And then you'll generally see like some hypertension in there probably as well, which sucks. And then the last, you know, if I was to rank them in order, then I would say tinnitus, and not for a causative relationship. It would be an aggravation, right? So my tinnitus makes my migraines worse, and that's the avenue of the secondary versus my tinnitus causes my migraines. Okay. But yes, you can. And yes, it's a very strong claim. Alaskan Ice. Had a CMP exam for my back in August. VBA asked them for more information in September. I called yesterday. They said I should call back in a week and said they were still working on it. Should we ask for a supervisor? I wouldn't say a supervisor at Alaskan Ice. I wonder, you know, if you had a VSO and they have VBMS access, you could see the movement on that claim. That would be good. But you know, what I don't recommend is you calling and raising hell. I don't want it to seem like that. That's kind of what that implies. I'm not saying it does, but it could, right? I wouldn't recommend that. Now, can you call and just ask for a supervisor and just be nice and try and get the 411 on the movement of that claim? Absolutely. For sure. Right. But navigate that carefully. You know, don't complain to people who cook your food. Don't complain to people who award you compensation benefits, right? Is really what I'm trying to say here. All right. That's all I got. Okay. My phone and my Bible are in the frame there. Put that over there. Okay. If you don't read, okay, if you don't know what you don't know, big dog. That's the biggest plug of the live stream right there. And with that, I'll let you go. I'm going to do an out video. It's about 3 minutes long. The photos you're going to see are from actual veterans who watch this channel. I want to update this. Okay. I want to update this countdown click clock thing. If you have pictures of you in service, I don't need your name. I don't need where it is, nothing. I just need the picture. And you want it to be included in this intro, outro countdown thing, please send an email me. Okay. clay.sims@civdivonline.com. Email those to me. If you need help with your claims, you got VetCom in the description. You need a Nexus letters. You have many options in the description. AME has a special going on right now. If you're looking at VA home loans, you'll see VA housing education down there. If you're looking at an AI tool, you're going to see VeteranAI, right? All the options you could possibly, there's really no excuse. Okay. So I'll leave you with that. And if you want your photos in this video, which I want you to have, I want you to want to be in it. You know what to do. Did it work? Nope. It's not working. No, it's not working. What is going on? Why is it not working? Now I feel dumb. Dude, what's going on? Okay, whatever. I'm sorry. Today sucks.